Hello, my name is Matthew Bonner, and thank you for coming to my presentation regarding cloud computing. There's a couple of great topics I'd like to discuss with you regarding cloud computing. First, I'll start off with my introduction regarding my own personal use with cloud computing, and a reference regarding and according to Jonathan Strickland on how cloud computing works. Then I'll move on to understanding the cloud. Some people wonder what is even the cloud? Where is the cloud? Are we even in the cloud? Then I would like to move on to some types of cloud services, such as a private, hybrid, and even a public cloud. Then I would like to move on to my cloud adoption. Today, there's many businesses moving towards cloud adoption and moving towards by 2020. Then I will move into my conclusion. So to begin, while I'm attending the college working on my bachelor's in IT at University of Phoenix, there's a lot of big files or assignments that I need to save. In order to relieve space from my hard drive, I have turned to Google Drive to store all my files. By storing my files in the cloud, I'm able to instantly have access to all my files anywhere without using a flash drive. Very exciting, huh? Well, for instance, when I'm at work and have some downtime or on my lunch break, I like to work on my schoolwork. So if there's anything that I need to finish or like to proofread, I simply log into my Google account, download my files that I want to work on, make any changes I need to as necessary, then save it and upload it back to my Google Drive. Then later when I get home from work, I'm able to log into my Google account with my own personal computer, download my file, make sure those changes went in correctly, and make additional changes that I need to, and save it, and then download it into the University of Phoenix's website. Very convenient, huh? I also use a private cloud solution at my workplace at AT&T. This helps me work anywhere through VPN and quick access to work applications and data files. This is a time saver and don't miss a beat when I visit family up there in Michigan. I'm able to work and save vacation time while I'm up there working. As I mentioned earlier, with the cloud solutions according to Jonathan Strickland on how cloud computing works, cloud users are able to log in a web-based service which is equipped with all their programs and users that need help to do their job. This services would run anything from your work email accounts to word processing or even your data analysis programs. Now that is a convenience for me. Now we'll move on to understanding the cloud. Some people might wonder, what is the cloud? Where is the cloud? Are we even in the cloud? Well, to answer the first two questions, think about it. Storing data on a home or office network does not count as utilizing the cloud. Without cloud computing, it is not considered using your hard drive, USB drive, or any extra components within your computer. Also, cloud computing means storing and accessing data and programs over the internet instead of your computer's hard drive. In other words, the information is stored on a physical servers maintained and controlled by a cloud computing provider such as Apple with their iCloud. Well, typically, we're not really in a cloud physically. I mean, come on, only be able to be in the cloud if you're in a plane. With that said though, when it comes to saving applications and files to other storage units, companies and people for personal use are moving there quite rapidly to free up space on their own hard drives. Now if you think about it, for it to be considered a cloud computing, you need to have access to your data or your programs over the internet. Now there are several types of cloud services, and I'll briefly go over three of them, which is the private, the public, and the hybrid. The private cloud services are delivered from a business data center, such as where I work, AT&T, which offers a flexible cloud services. These types of services are flexible and convenient, while protecting management and control and security over your information. Users may or may not be billed for any types of services depending on their package that they have bought. According to Nartilia and the adoption of cloud services by enterprises, these resources are available to the public through the internet. Public cloud services can be obtained either free or bought on a pay-per-use usage when accessing the cloud. Now, when it comes to the public cloud services is a third-party provider that delivers the cloud services over the internet. The leading cloud service providers would include Apple with iCloud, Microsoft with OneDrive, IBM Software, and Google with Google Drive. For instance, like I said, I'm currently using Google Drive, and I get the first 5 gigabytes for free. After that, if I need additional storage space, I will get charged, depending how much I want additional storage space. As for Apple's iCloud, you can access all your information you saved on the iCloud from all your devices. Now that's convenient when it comes to Apple. When you sign up for your iCloud, you also automatically get 5 gigabytes of free of storage, whether it's your iPhone, your iPad, your iMac, whatever it may be. You have that 5 gigs for free storage, and you're able to move around with any device, which is very nice. But according to IBM's website, when it comes to their services, there's a 12-month commitment. For example, it is priced at $1,300 per month for each unit, which means per person to use their cloud services a month. Now finally, when it comes to hybrid, again, according to Nartilia on the adoption of cloud technologies by enterprises, a hybrid cloud is a combination of public cloud services and a private cloud. Companies can run workloads or sensitive applications on the private clouds when using them, whether it's the public cloud or the private cloud. The goal for the hybrid cloud is to create a unified, automated, scalable environment which takes advantage of all the public cloud infrastructure and can provide and still be maintaining control over their critical data, such as your data. Now, when it comes to companies moving towards cloud computing, some companies may be hesitant to move to cloud computing services, but as the statistics show, they're changing their minds and moving towards it. Again, according to Nartilia, on the adoption services of cloud technology by enterprises, the global cloud computing market will grow to more than $241 billion by 2020. That is huge. The more than 60% of the enterprises will have at least half of their infrastructure on a cloud-based platform by 2018. I know with AT&T, we're moving there by 2020. By 2018, the public cloud spending will be more than double of what it is and rise to $128 billion. Big industry to get into. 80% of the cloud adopters believe that it helps their organization and reduces the IT cost. Most companies these days are seeing the cut costs in the IT program based on the cloud services. 82% of the enterprises have a hybrid cloud strategy, and that is up from 74% in 2014. And finally, we have reached the conclusion of my presentation on cloud computing. Cloud computing in sequence refers to sharing resources, software, and information through a network, such as the internet. The information is stored on physical servers that are controlled and maintained by a cloud provider, like I said, such as Apple with iCloud, Google with Google Drive, and Microsoft with OneDrive, to name a few. As a user, cloud users are able to access their stored information on the cloud through the internet. Now, before we leave, I'd like to give you one thought. Next time you want to save files or applications, whether you're at home or in the office, and don't want to waste your space on your hard drive, think about using cloud computing next time. Thank you, and have a good evening.